The High Court has allowed Parliament to proceed with the vetting of President William Ruto's nominees to the IEBC selection panel, but about their gazettement and swearing in. Justice Lawrence Mugambe issued the ruling on Thursday following a petition by activist Boniface Mwangi and Kelvin Roy Omondi, who are challenging the legality of the selection process. While Parliament can continue the vetting, Justice Mugambe ruled that final appointments will remain on hold pending the resolution of key constitutional issues. He noted that the concerns raised, particularly around the public participation, transparency, and the representation of marginalized groups, touch on the sovereignty of the people and merit a serious judicial consideration. The ruling holds the conclusion of the IEBC selection panel appointments until the court delivers a final verdict on the constitution petition.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The Orange Democratic Movement party leader Raila Odinga has donated 5 acres of his personal land to the government to support the affordable housing program in Kisumu City. President William Ruto made the announcement during a tour of the city ahead of the official handover of housing units under the LAP Fund Makasembo Affordable Housing Project.
Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ametupatia ekari 5 ya kujenga affordable housing ili wananchi wa hapa wapate manyumba kwa bei nafuu. Mnanielewa jameni? Nimekuja hapa kwa niaba ya serikali ya Kenya kumwambia Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga asante sana kwa kukumbuka watu wa Kisumu na kutoa sehemu hii ya ardhi ili iweze kutumika. Tujenge affordable housing, tuweke shule, tuweke hospitali.
Odinga on his part urged residents to support President Ruto's administration, stating that Kisumu and the larger Nyanza region stand to benefit from ongoing development projects.
Hii ni moja mpango ya serikali ya kusaidia wananchi. Hii mpango ya manyumba ya chini ni mpango ya serikali. Na hii mpango tulianza zamani sana. Maana yake tu na shida 5. Haki ya kibinadamu. Kwanza, haki ya kuishi. Pili, haki ya chakula. 3, haki ya malazi. 4, haki ya afya njema. 5, haki ya elimu. Sawa. Haya ndio maadui matano ambayo tunapigana nayo.
President Ruto is expected to preside over the commissioning of the first phase of the Makasembo project, which comprises 910 housing units. The beneficiaries will receive a keys during their 3-day tour of the region, which comes just days before the Madaraka Day celebrations, scheduled for 1st June in Homa Bay County.
Pearl Newsbeat.
National Assembly Majority Leader Ichung'wah has called for the immediate arrest and the prosecution of a Deputy President Gachagua, accusing him of incitement and a behavior unfit for a national leader. Speaking in Nyamira County, Ichung'wah claimed that Gachagua was behind the alleged staged abduction of Juja MP George Kemburi, describing the incident as a calculated political stunt meant to stir public sympathy and create a false narrative. He further criticized the Deputy President over controversial remarks, comparing the 2007 post-election violence to a Christmas party remarks Gachagua made while warning of unrest if the 2027 elections are not free and fair.
Hao wanayefuatafuatana hivyo wanakusanywa, wanaambiwa jiteke nyara, mujichunge, sababu yule mtu wa roho nyeusi, yule mtu wa siasa ya ukabila, yule mtu wa siasa ya uchochezi atakuja kuwadhurumu, hata awapotezee maisha yenu, awaue ili ashinikizie polisi ama serikali. Mujichunge nyinyi ambao mnatembea na huyo mtu. Huyo mtu tuliwaambia ni roho chafu. Mtu anaambia wa Kenya eti ile maafa tulipata mwaka wa 2007 ati hiyo ilikuwa ni kama Christmas party. Wewe kama ni kiongozi unasimama kuwaambia wa Kenya maafa waliopata mwaka wa 2007-2008 ati was a Christmas party, wajitayarishe mna maafa zaidi. Shame on you. You do not deserve to be a leader anywhere, live alone in Kenya. Even in that small village of yours, you do not deserve even to be a village elder.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Party Leader of the Democracy for the Citizens Party, Cleophas Malala, has been granted anticipatory bail by the High Court, protecting him from arrest by the police and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. Malala had been under pressure to surrender to authorities after chaos erupted during his homecoming rally in Kakamega on Saturday, May 24th. The police accused him of inciting his supporters to violence during the event and gave him a 72-hour deadline to report to them. In a statement released by DCP Secretary General General Hezron Obaga. The party welcomed the court's decision, claiming that the police intended to arrest Malala for political reasons, meant to embarrass and intimidate him. The High Court agreed that Malala's rights could be violated if the arrest went forward and ordered that he should not be arrested or detained. However, it also instructed his lawyers to present him for questioning at the DCI offices by June 3rd, 2025.
Pearl Newsbeat.
Dagoretti North Member of Parliament Beatrice Alachi says a plan is underway to amend the constitution to better govern social media use in Kenya. The MP says the social media platforms have become avenues for cyberbullying, child prostitution, spreading pornography, and promoting gambling to the detriment of Kenyan youth. According to the lawmaker, Kenyans, especially the youth, have taken to platforms like X and Facebook to bully not just politicians but also their peers, which she calls an abuse of the freedom of expression. She cited her experience with her son's Elvis' death in March when social media was awash with the negative comments due to an early condemnation of youth opposed to President William Ruto's administration.
So social media is good, but social media was not meant for you to send me your manhood, because that's what Kenyans do to us. It is not meant to send me your nakedness. No, it was meant to help you to advance yourself, to build yourself in the correct way. And so for us as women in Parliament, we will amend the law. You cannot just wake up one morning, people are bereaved. You're the first one to give the news. You're the first one to show the pictures. You're the first one to do a video. Did you ask for consent from this family to do a video and use their video to explain yourself? A family you don't know? It's not fair. So let's put the law that you want to do something on Beatrice Elachi, just have consent.
Deputy President Kindiki now says the government has created over 1.5 million jobs and income opportunities for Kenyans over the past 2 years. Speaking after a status update meeting on government programs, Kindiki said the jobs span various sectors including public service, affordable housing, digital jobs and labour mobility. Kindiki noted that some sectors remain underutilized, but the Kenya Kwanza administration is addressing bottlenecks, especially in ICT infrastructure and foreign job placements. He added that upcoming programs like Nyota and Kenya Jobs and Economic Transformation will further accelerate job creation.
We are also making strides in the digital jobs program, but we've noted in this meeting the potential is much bigger. We just need to get the infrastructure in place in terms of ICT hubs and also not just tidying up that space in terms of the Kazi Mtandaoni program. Our program on labor mobility is on course. 393,000 the last 2 years. It can be better, and we must follow through some of the issues that have been raised here as bottlenecks to see whether we can make that progress.
And across borders, a U.S. federal court has blocked President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs in a major blow to his economic policies. 3 judges ruled that Trump overstepped his authority when he used an emergency law to impose tariffs on nearly every country. Moments after the ruling, the Trump administration appealed, saying it is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. The U.S. is currently negotiating individual trade deals with dozens of countries, though some of those talks have now been thrown into chaos.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.